Today we're finishing with building on a financial future that lasts. Over the last 5 videos, we've given you a holistic view of how retirement can work for you. By completing this course, you've shown that you're serious about retirement. You want a financial future that lasts. You can get there, but you cannot get there alone. So a client came in 12 years ago, right after the financial crisis that we all went through, lost about half their portfolio and was concerned, did not trust anyone, was referred to us by a friend, and we had walked them through the process. It took several meetings for us to come up with a plan and for them to truly see what we can offer as a firm, but coming up with a plan and looking at their, not just their finances, but their investments with other advisors, also their estate planning, and then ultimately their tax piece. So we put this plan together, and through a leap of faith, which everyone has to take, came, and this plan has worked out beautifully for them. The returns and the projections that we have actually done better. They have moved and are living in this retirement that they never thought they could even dream up, where it's traveling and seeing kids and doing all the things that they want to do, and it's absolutely worked out for them. They are probably our biggest fan, and we love seeing them. Our clients become part of our family. We are a boutique firm, so we do that on purpose because ultimately you do become part of our family, and people come in and we're able to walk with them, not just in the beginning part of their retirement, but through the entire process and ultimately with them for the rest of their life. So when you come into our office, first of all, you'll be greeted by our unbelievable office staff, and we have a menu of food and coffee that we'd be able to prepare for you. Anything from a crazy latte to just a basic cup of coffee to a Coke or anything you'd like. We want an overall experience for our clients. When you come in, you'll fill out an iPad, which is just some general information so that we get to know you a little bit more, a little bit about your spouse, whether you're married, kids, you have pets, what sports teams do you like. We're just trying to gather a little bit more information about you. It'll most likely be me that you'll be meeting with, and you will come through and we will just sit down and have a conversation. We'll start talking about your current job, maybe where you're working, some different things that you have goal-wise set in life. Ultimately, what are your fears? Are you worried about retirement? Is it something that you can't even fathom, or is it something that you know exactly what to do? And then we will walk through where your accounts currently are. Are they with your employer-sponsored plans? Are they with other financial institutions? How much money do you have in your checking and savings accounts? What type of income do you currently have right now? So we'll do what I'd call like a data gathering session and talk through all of the pieces of what we do and how we do it. And ultimately, it is more of an interview for both of us. It's an interview because it gives you the opportunity to say, yes, you know what, I do like what I hear and I want to work with this firm. But it also gives you the opportunity to say, you know what, this probably isn't for me. So it's nice because we do have that initial meeting, and from that meeting we'll move forward to typically a second meeting where we will put together a plan of here's where you currently have all of your investments and all of your different types of insurances. Here's what we would do different and why. And then ultimately it's up to the client to decide whether or not to move forward. When we do move forward, we will get all the paperwork done at our office. We will handle all the transfers and initiate all that stuff. There's no legwork that you as the client have to do. And then ultimately we will put the plan in motion and set out times where we will then meet up. Typically throughout the year, we want to see someone, if we can, twice. Sometimes we see people once a month, and sometimes we see people once a year. It all depends on what you as a client want out of us. The clients that we've established over the past 20 years have done unbelievable things. I don't think have lost one client in 20 years to another advisor or to another firm. And the reason being is we can do all things at our firm. We can offer people anything on the investment side, on the tax side, the estate planning side, and people truly do become part of our team and part of our family. We walk with people through all the goods and all the bads that go on in their life. And ultimately sit down with them and make sure that they have the right plan in place and that we're adjusting things where we need to. Probably the question I'm asked most is, do I have enough to retire? And most of the time, the answer is yes. People have to see everything on paper, I believe. And once you factor in their Social Security and pension and other types of income that's coming in, you actually can see it. Numbers don't lie, which is part of finance. The more important part of what we do, I believe, is the emotional side of what we do. It's actually understanding why people have these fears and then walking them through it, because the fears are very real, and ultimately everyone can retire. It's just everyone's picture looks a little bit different. So what we tell people is, we're here to help you paint this picture. Sometimes the picture is beautiful, sometimes it's not so beautiful, but it's their picture. And we will walk them through and show them how it works, and then maintain relationships through it, whether it's monthly, quarterly, weekly, annually, semi-annually, that we're getting together and we're checking on this plan and making sure that it's working, and then updating things where we need to. Throughout this course, I've given you a lot of information on what you should consider in your personal walk through retirement. I've invited you to book an appointment with my team to review your financial future. The link to book a meeting is below. If you want to take the knowledge that you've learned throughout this course, let's schedule a time to get together and sit down and talk. Retirement is in reach. You can build a financial future that lasts.